Hello and welcome to another episode of Curiosity Labs Between Two Nerds, a podcast for curious minds where every week we invite a small human being on to have a little chat with us about science. And this week, our small human being is...
James.
And how old are you, James?
7 years old.
Oh, like cool. 7 years old. When were you 7?
When's your birthday?
May 15th.
Oh, so you're going to be 8 soon.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Big.
Cool. I think
It's
you're
big.
a first 7-year-old.
Really?
Yeah. A little bit. Anyway.
It's one of my favourite numbers.
And you know the nerds. I'm Mo.
And I'm Eugene.
Okay, James. So what would you like to talk about?
Why is light the fastest thing in the world?
Okay. Good question.
Great question.
Very good question.
It's the fastest thing not just in the world, it's the fastest thing in the whole universe.
Yep. Do you know how fast it is?
No.
Really fast.
Really, really fast.
Yeah. So it's 300,000 kilometers per second. Right now, now that number sounds big. Just to give you an idea of how fast that is. So if we shot a beam of light, right, just out that way, out that window, it could travel around the world about
20.
about 7 times in just 1 second. So just in 1 second, there's 7 trips around the whole planet, which is a lot.
That's
it's
pretty
really
fast.
right?
Yeah.
Or a beam of light could go from here to the moon in about 1.3 seconds, which is quick because like one of the fastest things we've built are rockets. And the rocket that sent people to the moon took about 3.5 days. So it's way, way quicker than anything we've built, right? Now, so light, super fast. It's the fastest thing in the universe. Well, now...
Mainly because nothing's faster.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the reason it's the fastest thing is there is nothing faster.
Yeah, so you know Einstein? Have you heard of
Yeah.
Einstein, right? Famous scientist, funny hair, right?
Yeah.
So, what Einstein said is that the speed of light in a vacuum, you know what a vacuum is?
Yeah.
What's a vacuum?
It's a thing that sucks up the dirt from the ground.
Very
Very
good.
good.
Okay, so that's a vacuum cleaner, right?
Yeah.
But a vacuum is a place with no air. So a vacuum cleaner creates a little vacuum inside it, and that's how it sucks up dirt. But a vacuum is a place with no air. Do you know any places that have no air?
Other moon.
The moon, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Or space,
Yeah.
pretty much, right? So light can travel through space at this top speed of 300,000 kilometers per second. And what Einstein said is that nothing can go faster than that, all right? And but light, though, doesn't always travel at that top speed. Only in a vacuum will it go there. But once it enters our atmosphere, it'll slow down a bit. If you shot a laser beam through water, the laser beam slows down a bit when it goes through water. So light can go slower than that speed. But it's just in a vacuum, it's super, super fast. All right. Now, why is light? It's actually kind of complicated. It has to do with a bunch of...
It's not very heavy.
Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons. Because light has no mass. It's not heavy at all. It has no weight at all. So, you know what mass is?
No.
No? Or you know what weight is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we normally say weight when you mean how heavy something is. But light has no mass or weight. And if you want to go that quick, right, you have to have no mass whatsoever. So that means that no matter how hard we try, right, we can never go that quick because we do weigh something. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, what would happen is even if you were like, let's say we got a little speck of dust, a little tiny piece of dust, and we tried to like make it go as quick as possible, even that little tiny speck of dust, it'd be impossible for us to make it go at the speed of light. Because as things move, so funny things happen when you go that quick. Okay, and this is what Einstein's really famous for. And one of them is that as you go really fast, you get heavier and heavier and heavier. Right? That's weird. Yeah?
Yeah, but why do you get heavier?
It's a good question. Actually, the way he figured it out was because it's just so when scientists are trying to come up with new theories and laws for the universe, right? So they usually do this with math. And he saw that when he was trying to figure out these equations, these laws, right? He saw that that's one of the things that would happen. And that surprised everyone. It seems weird to us. Like, why should something get heavier the faster you go? But that's just what was revealed in the formulas, right? And there's other weird things like space shrinks the faster you go. So let's say we're in a car, right? And the car is about, let's say 2 meters long, a small car, right? Now, if we measured the car while it was still, right? And we measured it would be 2 meters. But as the car started to move, it would actually start to shrink a little bit.
Ever noticed that?
No.
No? Like, the reason why is because it shrinks at the tiniest amount. Like, really, really tiny. Okay? So actually, when you're running, so right now, you have a certain, I don't know, you're probably about a meter high. I have no idea.
More.
Probably more, yeah. You're not that short.
1.3,
yeah.
maybe.
So when you're running, you actually become a little bit shorter, right? But the minute you stop, you go back to being your normal height at rest. And when you're running also, so when you're running as well, you get heavier. So let's say you weigh, I don't know, 30 kg.
Which is not what they tell you.
Yeah. So if you weigh 30 kg now, when you're running, you get a little bit more you get the tiniest amount heavier. But the reason why we don't notice this is because when you're running, you're not running at the speed of light, are you?
No.
Or even close to it. So that's why only when you get closer and closer to the speed of light can you start noticing these changes.
Like when I'm running, I can't notice it.
Yeah, because the minute you stop, you go back to being normal. Also, time, right, slows down when you're running.
I definitely feel heavier when I'm running. And it feels like time slowed down as well.
Yeah, those knees start to give in. All right, so time slows down. So if you could time, so you had a watch when you're running, so 1 second while you're running is actually slower than 1 second when you're stood still. So it's weird.
That's really weird.
Yeah?
Which is what, so if you could travel at the speed of light, and we've mentioned this in other episodes, but if you travel at the speed of light away from Earth, not even the speed of light, very, very close to the speed of light, it would still happen. And let's say you just went in a straight line for 10 years, turned around, came straight back. So 20 years have passed for you. So you'd get back to Earth and you'd be 20 years older. So you're 7 now, so you'd be 27. Everyone else on Earth would have aged nearly 60 years, I think.
Yeah, depends on how fast you're going.
So you'll have moved through time much, much slower than everyone else.
Yeah.
So all your friends would be 67 and you'd be 27.
That's weird. Right, so what could happen is so right now, so I'm 32 and you're 7. That's 25-year difference, right?
Yeah.
So if you got in a rocket that could go really quickly and you went off at the right speed for let's say 10 years, right? And when you came back, what could have happened is that me and you are the same age. No, wait.
That's if you went in the rocket.
Sorry, if I went in the rocket, right? And I traveled for 10 years and I came back, I might have just become 42, right? But if I chose my speed correctly, when I come back, you might also be 42. So we'd be the same age as each other.
Is that weird?
Yeah.
That would be really weird.
Yeah.
We'd miss Mo Mo would miss us for 10 years. We'd miss Mo for nearly 30 years.
Yeah.
Or not miss him.
Probably not.
We wouldn't see him though.
Yeah. So this shocked everybody when he discovered it, because we thought that time for me and you will always be the same. Like 1 second for me will always be 1 second for you, right? We didn't think that space shrinks, and we don't think that things can get heavier just by moving, right? Now, yeah, so back to your question, why is light the fastest thing? It's just light, it's just that speed of light, the top speed of light is like the speed limit for the entire universe. Nothing, as far as we know though, nothing can go faster than that. If we did find something that did travel faster than that speed, we'd kind of have to rewrite all of science, because a lot of what we base our science on would be wrong. So we'd have to change everything about it.
Which scientists would love.
You know, yeah. Yeah, we'd be left scratching our heads.
Did that make absolute perfect sense? You'll go and repeat that?
Yeah, that makes sense, but like, it was hard to remember though. It's gonna be hard to remember now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll give you
Just
some
strange
names.
things happen when light, at the speed of light. So things get heavier, time slows down, and
Yeah.
space shrinks.
Just remember, the more you move, the longer you'll live.
Yeah.
That's
Right. That's what he needs. We're running around more.
So just keep moving.
Actually, though, yeah, it
Yeah.
would work.
Just keep
Yeah.
moving.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have another question?
Oh, why does hair grow on different parts of your body when you get older?
Okay, right. So as you get older, people start to grow hair in strange places, or with some,
Yeah.
start to lose hair.
Stops growing in some places, starts growing in others.
Yeah. So it has to do with these things called hormones, right? So hormones are like chemical signals that are sent around your body, right? That tell your cells how to act and behave. Okay? You know what cells are?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, now, so as you get older, part of becoming older is that our bodies, right? So this will happen to you in a few 6 years? Yeah.
Well, it depends if you travel at the speed of light.
Yeah. So so your body will start to release these chemical signals. So they're called hormones. And there's a bunch of different types. And one of those will actually start to make you grow taller, right? And stronger and have more muscle and make your voice get deeper, right? So right now you have a nice, soft, childlike voice. And but as you get older, your voice will start to get deeper like that. Well, not like that. It didn't happen
Well,
with
like
me much, right? And all of this is because of one particular hormone for boys called testosterone, right? And what that does is that it also makes you start to grow hair in
Random places.
yeah, just some bits like armpits and your face as well. So, but then different people will have different amounts of this hormone, right? So some people might become hairier than most, right? But also, funny thing about that chemical, testosterone, is that as you get older and it starts to kind of stop working, it makes people, men mostly, go bald
Or
as well.
it can be because you've got too much.
Is it though?
Yeah, it can be.
It gets degraded. It's got poor testosterone. That's why. And then you start losing your hair on your head, but then you still keep hair.
I suggest we Google that
It's
again
just-
because it doesn't have to mean that.
Yeah. So that's why we started growing hair. It's
As you get really old, really weird things happen. So your ears, you've got hair in your ears. And as you get older and older, so this is not going to happen in 6 years. This is going to happen in 30 years. All of a sudden, hairs in your ears can get really long. And
Yeah.
hairs in your nose start getting really long.
Yeah.
It's really weird. And your hairs on your
experiment
eyebrows, that can get really long as well.
Your
So you get
eyebrows
some
grow?
weird hair. Yeah, in ones. It's not like the whole eyebrow grows, but one particular hair will go, right, this is my moment. And it will appear to outgrow all the other hairs.
Yeah.
I have no idea why that is. By one hair at a
Well,
time.
you get hairy Yeah, ears, nose. I'm starting to get the ears.
Orifices.
Yeah, and then chest, right? You get hair on your chest, armpits. We'll stop there. And some people are just naturally more hairier.
Do you know any really hairy people?
Do you?
My dad is
Brilliant. Yes.
Superb.
Good. Is he really hairy?
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but that'll happen to you as well. I mean, don't worry. It might not be as bad as your dad, right?
The connotation that it's bad.
No, it's not though. But so about when you get into your teenage years, so 12, 13 onwards, that's when you'll start to see hair grow.
Do you plan to have a beard when you're older? Does your dad have a beard?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Not much, so.
I
Little
think more when
macho
he's, like,
stubble.
lazy, he grows a bit
Yeah.
of stubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's pretty clean shaved. Were you on a beard?
I'm not sure.
Are you looking forward to getting hair in
Hairier?
other parts of your body, or no? Oh, you don't want. You
don't
want to
blame
be
me.
just the way you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there are ways that you can get rid of it. Right, shaving is one, but then that's going to keep shaving. Or you can get a laser. This is what people can do, right? You get a laser, and what they do with the laser is they kind of burn the hair follicles, and they don't grow back as well or as often. And so you can get rid of hair from unwanted regions. Any more hair questions?
No.
No? Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you enjoy that? So you look forward to being hairy?
No.
No?
Hairy and super fast.
Super fast. But if you're running a lot, right, close to the speed of light, you can push that.
Yeah, you can delay it.
Yeah, a bit further.
Delay the hair by getting as close to the speed of light as possible.
So as soon as you're done, just start running around.
Yeah, keep
right?
moving.
Keep moving. Cool. Like a shark.
Yeah, no hair on a shark.
Yeah, there you go. See? All right, James. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for those awesome questions. You're awesome. There you go.
Will you watch this episode?
Will you watch it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Excellent news.
Cool. All right, you want to sign off?
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed that and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down there. I think I've got the point right. Mo loves that point. Hit the bell button and we can let you know when we put new content up, which is pretty much every week. Well, it is every week. And
if you're listening,
do all the things that make us happy. If you've got
rate, review,
rate,
I don't know.
review, what else is it? 5 stars, if such a thing
Spread
exists.
the word.
And if you've got a question or you think something we've said is total rubbish, don't hesitate to let us know below in the comments, and we will endeavour to reply. Thank you very much for watching. Now you've got to wave at that
the
camera in
camera.
the middle relentlessly. Do not
Just
stop
smile.
waving. Big smile, big wave.